Hey everyone, welcome to the Everyday Human Podcast. My name is Easton Taverna. Each day I'll share a reflection written by me and inspired by literature, poetry, music, movies, video games, and more. And after that, I'll share a prompt for you to write your own reflection. Together, we'll explore what it means to be human. Every month, we'll walk a new path, taking a look at life, death, the universe, and everything in between. Thanks for coming along. I'm glad you're here. For more, visit eastontaverna.com or join me on Instagram at _everydayhuman. Pushed into the present. Hey everyone, it is August 28th. How are things by you today? This reflection was inspired, yet again, by a quote from Marcus Aurelius and Meditations. The quote goes like this: "You are three components, body, breath, mind. Two are yours in trust. To the third alone you have clear title. If you can cut yourself, your mind, free of what other people do and say, of what you've said or done, of the things that you're afraid will happen, the impositions of the body that contains you and the breath within, and what the whirling chaos sweeps in from outside, so that the mind is freed from fate, brought to clarity, and lives life on its own recognizance, doing what's right, accepting what happens, and speaking the truth. If you can cut free of impressions that cling to the mind, free of the future and the past, can make yourself, as Empedocles says, a sphere rejoicing in its perfect stillness, and concentrate on living what can be lived, which means the present, then you can spend the time you have left in tranquility and in kindness and at peace with the spirit within you." Now, you might have to listen to that one again to catch the full meaning of it. That's one of the fun things about these meditations, passages, or quotes. You know, Marcus wrote these to himself. He understood what he was trying to say. And, especially over the last 2,000 years, however many times it's been passed on and translated, sometimes you might have to reread it a couple of times or listen to it a couple of times before you really catch the gist or before it strikes home. All right, here is my reflection. I took a photo of this passage and texted it to myself at 3:51 a.m. last night, early morning. There was a bit of commotion as a smoke detector went off twice, waking us up. All good and safe now. Turns out the battery was going. But it was an odd moment, as it first chimed a pattern we haven't heard before. When you wake up from a deep sleep to a loud noise you don't recognize in a dark house with a darker world outside, you're waking up to a different reality. Your brain isn't firing yet, but your adrenaline begins to pump. Your body tenses and thoughts race. Was it the pool alarm? Was it a break-in? The inevitable, "go check the house" command from my wife. After it went off again about 20 minutes later, and after inspecting the house for smoke or anything awry, I concluded it was the battery. As I was waiting for my wife to return to bed after putting our daughter back to sleep, I turned to meditations to calm my body and mind. It's always just right there on my nightstand, mixed into the pile of other books in some order or another, depending on what I've read last. I'm up to the end of the book on this particular read-through, and this was the passage I opened to. And while it's not specifically about wonder and awe, my mind is focused on that emotion and concept this month, as it's what I'm writing about every day. So, of course, connections were sought subconsciously or not and started to form. Perhaps also due in part to my sleep-addled brain. But hey, I'll take the ideas wherever and whenever they come. And so a question arose. What is it about awe and wonder that makes them so wonderful? That makes the entire world fall away from you? Channeling your senses into the stars, the clouds, the mountains, the ocean, the bridges, the cathedrals or temples or mosques. The song or the silence, the newborn, the death, whatever it might be, what exactly is happening? And while I don't know what's happening neurologically in the brain, nor do I care all that much, but I would like to know, and I'm sure I'd find it interesting, Reading this passage from Aurelius got me thinking. Moments of wonder and awe bring us into a sort of perfect stillness, at least internally. They force us into the present moment, however long it may last, and they help us concentrate on living, ironically perhaps by forcing us to focus on something that usually transcends life. Wonder and awe steal you away from hopes or fears, anxiety or contentedness, happiness or anger. They strip you of your worldly worries and wash you of the mud of existence, leaving your soul bare and exposed to the universe which birthed you. Yes, for now at least, I believe that experiencing wonder and awe is to truly live and be pushed into the present, and to be at peace with the spirit within you. And don't forget to regularly change your smoke detector batteries. And there ends today's reflection. Next time you're aware of being caught in a moment or the emotion of wonder and awe, when you're through, when you have time to think back and reflect on it, consider how it felt, how everything else fell away, and it was just you in that moment with whatever it was that was inspiring that wonder and awe. It's pretty fascinating, isn't it? All right, now it's time for your reflection question. So get your journal ready, your napkin pile, or look out your reflection window and ask yourself the following. When was the last time I felt at peace with the spirit within me? When was I truly living in the present moment, so much so that I wasn't even aware of it? All right, and that's it for today, August 28th. I'll be back tomorrow, August 29th, with another reflection. Have a good one, and take care.